I really wanted to figure out a way of how not to kill a bonsai. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. Today I will talk a little bit about what led me to the invention of, I think of as a self-watering bonsai pot. It encountered a lot of enthusiastic comments as well as a few skeptical comments. Most of it is concerned with sitting in the water to cause the roots to rot. So let me tell you a little bit about how I come up with this idea and what I've proven, in a sense, my experience with it. And I want to show you that it can work. That said, I want to say the following. Don't take anybody's methodology as a Bible and follow it blindly, because your situation may be a little different. But take what I said, the idea behind what I have, and use it appropriately for your situation. I believe you'll really like it, but let me explain how. To begin with, any kind of invention, you got to realize the problem. The problem I like to solve is the following. I want to be in the bonsai business, and people tell me I really don't like to keep a bonsai because I hate to kill it. And so I really wanted to figure out a way of how not to kill a bonsai. And the second thing you have to do is you have to understand the underlying reason why. And the underlying reason why is that bonsai is a very shallow pot by definition, and you can water it religiously every day, even twice a day. But one afternoon you didn't water it and the sun was really hot and the root ball gets dried out, and you quickly water it, but the point is that it doesn't take water anymore. The root ball is hard, rock solid hard. Water just runs out. The tree never gets the watering. What do I do? Well, the way to do it, as I recommended early on, is to take a tub, could be a big tub or short tub. What you do is you take your bonsai and you put it in here to water it and let it sit in there for an hour or two, and then you take it out. And even if your pot is very dried out, the water will get soaked up to soften the soil, to moisten it, to hydrate it again. That worked well, and I in fact did a couple of videos showing how to do that. The second video, another set of video I did is to basically said, put it in a tub and poke a hole that's, let's say, a half an inch above the bottom of the bonsai pot. So when you water it, water gets soaked up, in a sense, it drain out of the hole that's in excess, but the extra water will get soaked up by the root ball. What you can do is you can touch it to see if the root ball is a little wet or moist or soft before you water it. And so water will get sucked up, air will go in, keeps the roots healthy. Then I say, why not just do this by having a ring around the drainage hole in the bottom, so that there will be about this much of water sitting in the bottom of the pot. And you can still have holding holes, in a sense, for wire holding holes, but I will soon eliminate that too. We have another method of holding your tree down so that it doesn't tip over that easily or get wind blown over that easily. I thought that was a pretty good idea, so I went and applied for a patent, and so that's a patent pending. And then as time evolved, what happened is that I dropped the pot, the bonsai show, taking the bonsai, my rock elm bonsai to a show, and I dropped the thing because it's very heavy. It's close to 100 pounds, and it broke the pot. So in desperation, I went for searching an oval pot that are in my collection. Turns out I have one that's no holes in the bottom. Those are Chinese pots made for waterscape. That means they will put a rock inside a pot with no holes and then put little boats and even little trees or whatever in it. That's a seascape or lakescape, because the show is immediate next day. So I quickly put it in without drilling a hole. And it's been a year or so since. And the tree is growing vibrantly. And that gave me confidence. You really don't need a drainage hole in the bottom. Like this one, I'm still trying to retain the drainage hole. So the next idea I came up with is really put the two drainage hole in the back. The front is our beautiful logo. And the idea is the following. You can just water it every day or every other day. Excess water will drain out of the bottom hole. And if you go on vacation, you can just plug up the bottom hole or plug up the two bottom holes all together, and then the water will rise up to here, and to keep it if you want to go on vacation. So that became your vacation pot. I think it's a pretty good idea, but then how do I address the question of drowning my tree, which many skeptical people have written me? Well, think of it this way. In the case of my elm bonsai with a big rock in the middle, even though the pot is too thick, there's really not that much volume of water that's in it when I water it. I've been watering every day, sometimes twice a day, and the tree never drowned. It was doing beautifully, in fact, better than ever. And so the amount of water that's retained is really not very much. And especially if you're careful, you touch the soil before it's dried out to water it. And when it's a little dry on the dry side, then you water it. There will always be plenty of air to go into the bottom of the roots to keep the roots healthy. So again, what I said may not be applicable to your situation. If your place is a continuous raining for 3 days, I will not water it again, but I mean, a tree can water on for a month and they will never die. So I think you're okay. In conclusion though, I just went to Costco because this is now getting close to Thanksgiving and all that. They actually sell these big baking pans. They call it steam pans, as well as the small one, which they always have. And those are great for your bigger bonsai to set it in. And what you do is you poke a hole a little bit above the bottom of your bonsai pot. You're home free. You can go on vacation, or you can water it every other 3 days or something. But again, experiment to suit your situation to put how high the hole is. I hope this video is informative. Please click like. I like the encouragement. Why not, And please subscribe to our channel. Tell a friend. I hope to hear from you, and please tune in, and I see you next week.